I'm going to be taking you through our invoice management system. So here you just put in the password and the email and the password. Then this is the dashboard that you will find. In this dashboard, you can see a summary of a few of the items in the database. So the system can do many things. It can do a supply invoice, it can do a project work invoice or a delivery note, job card, quotation, or an LPO, or a credit note, or even a petty cash, or it can also manage your stock. It can also manage your users if you have more than one users in your company. It can also do invoice summaries and stock summaries, as well as something called petty cash. Alright, so I'm going to be taking you through several of the items that can be done through the system. So the entry point of the system is your clients. So if you click on clients, you can easily see the list of all your clients. And then I'm going to be creating an invoice, for example. So let's select one of the clients that we have or one of the project sites. So once you click on the clients, you'll see there's several tabs. The first tab is for the works. This involves long-term projects or a project that is not just one simple supply, a project that has works. Then there's a tab for supplies, then a tab for quotation, and a tab for LPO. So I want us to check the supply. You can see your PO numbers. This is where you see a list of your PO numbers. You can click here to create a new PO number. Now we are going to be using this one that is already here. So once you click on the PO number, you are able now to create your items, or the items that are going to appear in the PO number or the final as invoice. Okay, so here you can do that through clicking here where you can see new supply, and you are able to quickly add items that will appear in the invoice. In this section, once you add something, you won't ever need to add it again. So the system will always remember the items that you have ever put before. So it's very convenient. And then once you have added this, you can also add from supply from stock. You can see that these are the items that we have in stock. You just need to select a few items. You state the amount that you want to be that will appear in the actual invoice. And you confirm the items, then you go on. So now that we already have these items input, we're going to say that we want to create an invoice. So you select the items that will appear in the final invoice. You can select one, but in this case, we just want to do all. So you click on generate invoice. In this section, you can see the invoice number or ID is system generated, but you can add yours. The delivery number comes from your delivery note. In this case, it is here because I had already created a delivery note. You can change this. You can also change the date if you want to invoice for a specific date. And then these are just client details. Then this is important because the subtotal is just a sum of your quantity times price for all the items. And here is the VAT amount. You can change it to any value. If it is 0, you can also change it to 0, but the default is 16. In this case, the amount that appears here, you are given a chance here to say if that amount was tax inclusive or it is not tax inclusive. So here, when you check this button, it detects this and makes it the actual final total. If you don't check it, it means that the amount was not inclusive, so we need to add that VAT. Once you are sure that that is the amount that we want, now you can click on print your invoice, and here you'll be able now to go on and print your invoice based on your template. This template is just a template. It can be customized to any kind of invoice that you probably would want. Here you can easily save to PDF. You can change several things here. You can add, you can do many things here, but these are just customizable. They are not specific to this invoice. Okay, once you have created the invoice, that is how to create a supplier invoice. Next thing we can do with the system is creating a work invoice. Same thing, you go to the specific project site that we have. In this case, it would be, these are you see, a project invoice is basically a works invoice. So you say generate invoice when you are at works. You select the invoice, the project that you actually want to create an invoice for. You click on generate, you go to the same structure, then you print invoice. That one is not complex, it's just like the supply invoice, but the difference is that this one is just a project invoice, does not have the actual items. For items of a project, you create a job card. So if you click here, you'll be able to see your project works. These ones will appear in your job card. So here you can create a job card. Click on create job card. Here it will show you client details. Same thing about like the one like the one for the supply invoice. You can change the date. You can change some items here. You can add. Okay, this is just an overview of what is going to appear in your job card. Then the subtitle here you can specify. Once you accept, you are able to create your job card. This is just a template, an arbitrary template. You can easily find, we will definitely be able to customize it to whichever format that you may want. These ones, these ones can be customized to any design that somebody may want. But this section will show you your description, the amount. There are some templates that do not have the amount. You can easily change them to any design that you want. But you have seen how creating this job card is very simplified. You can see here there is the title of the project, does not have to appear. There's a template that does not include this, and there's also another template that does not have amount. So this can be customized. Something else that we can do with the system is we can generate things like a quotation. If you come here, say let's find another project that does not have works. Okay, let's assume that these are the quotation. This is the quotation that we want to actually create. So I came here before. I added the quotation. The quotation, this is just a quotation name, as a housekeeping name. So you can call it anything. You can call it something like June consumable. Then you add it. It quickly appears. This is just the name of the quotation. Then you get into it. I'm just going to get into this because it already had some quotation items. So if you click on quotation items, that specific quotation, you can easily be able to see the items that belong to this quotation. So you can be able to add more items from stock here, just like in the other supply. Once you are sure that these are the items that you want to appear in the quotation, let me talk about something else I may have forgotten. Here, there's usually a section for finding the best price. So if you have this and you are creating a new quotation item, for example, then you want to find maybe the best price. You click here, then you find the best price. And you are adding a vendor, specific vendor. You add your margin, you add other costs. Then once you have added several vendors, you'll be able to calculate your best price. Then once you have found the best price, you confirm. And that best price will be used here in the price section. Or you can just add the same way we have added it here in our section. But okay, once you are sure that those items are correct, then you click on select the quotation, because this will allow you to click on which items you want to appear in that quotation. So just click here. You are selecting all items, then you say generate quotation. This template, I think it has images. Yes, so let's just use this one. There are many templates. Some templates don't have images. This is just one that has an image. So you can see it has the images and several details. Everything here is a bit it can be customized. Then once you are done, you can save or you can print. Then something else you can do with the system is you can create LPOs here. Same way, just like in the quotation or the supply. You can also do something called managing petty cache. So here is a section called petty cache. So here, if you look at the petty cache area, you can see that in this section you are allowed to add an expense. This is expenses of any expenses, maybe office expenses or project site expenses. You add them here. For example, here you can see transport, food, Wi-Fi, quantity. Once you have added this, then you specify the money. Money is just the amount being put into the petty cache spending. So you add here, you say the amount and the date. Then here the summary section will show you your expenses. These are the expenses that you put in that. You can see here the descriptions, the amount, the money will come in based on the day that you put them. Then we'll be calculating. Okay, you can see the balance that you are expected to have. Then we can also check on stock. Here you can be able to add your stock, add new stock. Then you can see the stock summaries. Stock summaries will show you entries, show you the stock sum, the sum of all the stock that you have. Not in stock is usually the stocks that have been invoiced, but they do not exist in the stock. They will appear here. Then you can also create delivery notes. Can manage your users, can do invoice payments. Okay, these ones will come in handy when you are doing an invoice summaries. So you see, once you have created your invoices, you can see that when you click on all count, this means that all invoices, you can see your invoices here based on the amount that has been paid. Then you are able to calculate your profit. The amount that has been paid, you usually specify here the invoice payment, where you come and say create an invoice payment. You select the invoice that you are actually recording that it has been paid. Enter maybe give something, then you say the amount. It's just a receipt number for reference, the date, and very easy. If you have the receipt, you want to just keep a record, you can add it, but it's just for housekeeping. Then once you have added, it will appear here in the invoice summaries. You can also see your VAT is important for tax summaries. And of course, you can select a period. This is just defaulting to this month. You can select a specific period to see the report. Yes. Okay. Then it's possible to select your template. It doesn't have to be the template that we have used. You can use a different template. You can specify here which template you want to use. Then once you select it, you'll be able to use this design. Okay.